Hey, y'all. I know y'all been waiting for another video from me. Ain't you been waiting? I know you've been waiting, but look, check this out. I was in the city all day today. Today on Thursdays, that's my day to take my son into the city for his appointments. Those of you know I have an autistic 16-year-old son, so I have to take him into the city for him to see all of his doctors, therapy sessions, you know, all the things that go on in life, you know what I'm saying? But I was not going to let this day go by without me checking in, without me peeping at them analytics, without me coming to motivate, uplift, and inspire, and to say hello to all my new subscribers. Y'all are coming in. I see you rooting for me. I see you pushing. I see you working behind the scenes. I see you commenting. I see you sharing. I see you. And I don't take it lightly. I thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. I thank God for you being here. Marietta here. And for those of you that are watching that have not subscribed, come on, join the party. Lots of energy over here. We do nothing over here but motivate, inspire, uplift, and just enjoy life. That's what this channel is going to be about. It's going to be really about me enjoying my life. But there may be some times that I may need energy from you guys, and I may come to the live, and I may be in a way that I may be crying. I may need some you to uplift me. I may need you to motivate me. And that's what I want this live to talk about, is how you do not suppress your emotions. And so you're going through anything, no matter what it is, don't suppress your emotions. Please take time to feel what you feel. Your feelings matter. Your mental health matters. A lot of times, even with me, when I begin to go through some things that are real hard and tough, even though I got to keep pressing through it, I have cried my way through so many things. Y'all do not understand exactly how hard it is when you're out here and you're trying to make ends meet, and then there's never enough. I get it. I understand. I see you out there. Know that it's okay for you to be upset. Know that it's okay for you to cry. Know it's okay for you to be feeling down and out at certain times. But then you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and then you begin to function. Then you begin to figure out and get some strategies in your mind of how you're going to work through that thing. Pray, ask God to help you through it, and He would do just that. A lot of times we be trying to move mountains in our own power, move mountains in our own might. You cannot move these things. What we're going through right now in the land is one of the hardest things, next to the big C that happened back in 2020 that we had to face. You don't know what we're up against now. At least then, after a while, we knew what we were facing. It put everybody in their homes. It shut down jobs. It shut down grocery stores. It shut down basically all four corners of the earth. So if it looks like we're headed into another storm, just think about it. God brought you out of that. Hallelujah. Just pray and fast and do what you know to do, and then think positive. Keep your positive thinking. I know it's hard, because I know it doesn't look like you're going to make it through. I know it don't look like you're going to have enough. This is totally different, somebody might say. But really, truly, it's no different. It's another struggle. It's another struggle. And if you've been anything like me, you've always been in the struggle. Even when people were thinking that everything was great, everything was hunky-dory, and everything was all exciting, and you had enough of this, and you had enough. No, I've always been in the struggle. There's always been a struggle. So therefore, when you begin to operate in the struggle, you always know that you're going to make it through. You cannot throw in the towel. When we start letting our mental health go down because we don't want to feel what it is we know we feel. We feeling stress. Okay. You feeling depressed. Okay. You got anxiety. Okay. You may be going through a divorce right now. You may be feeling the loss of someone. You may be feeling the loss of a job or the loss of a thing. Whatever it is, take time to sit down and sort through it. Take time to sit down and figure out what's going on around you, what's going on in the middle of it. What is it you're feeling? That's the only way you're going to be able to move on from it and be able to grow and rise above it, and to be able to move forward from it, is if you allow yourself to feel it. If you're going through a separation, see what that feels like. Try to see what's the scariest part about it, is you being by yourself. You're not being able to fend for yourself. If you feel like if you separate from somebody and you're not going to be able to take care of yourself, then you got to sit down and you got to strategize. Meaning you got to figure out how to get yourself another form of income. How to be able to begin to start living your life all over again. how to begin to love again, how to begin to realize that whatever's going on around you, that it's not your fault. Some of these things had to happen. A lot of times we blame ourselves for things that are out of our control. You can't control everything that's going on within your life. You're not even designed to control everything that's going on in your life. No matter what you lose or who you lose, you're not in position to control everything that goes on in your life. Because sometimes you lose things because of you. Sometimes you lose things because of other people. Sometimes you lose things just because they're not meant for you to have and they just fall off. You got to get to a place where you understand that you cannot control every single thing that's going on in your life, and you can't blame yourself, and you can't carry the weight and the burdens of everything that happens. I love to motivate people. I love to speak life into people because these are things that I have lived. These are lessons that I had to learn. Being single, being by yourself, having to do things for yourself. A lot of you women feel as though that a man is like a piggy bank, like he's the ATM machine and he's supposed to be there to pay all your bills and you're not supposed to do nothing. And it's out of the word. It's out of the will of God. Because the word says, I will make you a helpmeet suitable for you. For Adam. Adam was by himself. They had created the animals. He had named the animals. But Adam had no one for him. So God says, I will make you a helpmeet suitable for you. What is a helpmeet? Someone to help that man. You ladies got to learn how to support a vision. You got to learn how to support the king that God gave you. A lot of people think that, oh, I'm never going to get married. That's not for me. People are getting divorced at an alarming rate. As a woman of God, as a child of God, that's not your business. That's not for you. That's not for you. You're always supposed to think in a way of saying there's somebody out there for you. I too have been married. I've been married and divorced, but I am not one that opposes marriage. I love marriage. I think marriage is a beautiful thing. It is a God thing. It is set up by God and ordained by God. It is better for you to be married than to burn. That's what the word says. Even if some of you are married and you're still burning. Come on, somebody. Somebody talk to me today. But yet and still, I'm never going to tell no one that I don't want to be married. Because who are you going to connect yourself to? It's not good that you be alone. You belong to somebody. And there's nobody that really wants to be in this world by themselves. You have been through so much pain and you're operating out of your hurt when you say, I don't want a man, I don't want a woman. What is it that you want? What is it that you want? Then the Bible goes on down there and it starts to speaking of lovers, becoming lovers of yourself. You don't want to be by yourself too long. You don't want to be by yourself too long. You want to be able to feel what it is you feel. If you feel like you need somebody to help you along the way, if you feel like you need somebody to be there to talk with, to walk with, to pray with, to love with, to go out to eat with, to feel what you feel. You need to be able to sort your life out in this season, because in this season, there's going to be a lot of reconnections. The big C came back in 2020 that divided. It divided. People didn't want to touch each other. It's not human. It's not natural. They didn't want to kiss. They didn't want to hold hands. They didn't want to be in close proximity. If somebody coughed, you couldn't even have a natural cold no more, because everything was connected to that. So therefore, people separated from people. People went into isolation, and people begin to perish, and people begin to have all kinds of sicknesses come upon them from them being by themselves. Anxiety, stress, loneliness, all these things come out of that. So you do not want to put yourself in a position to make yourself sick. You need to be able to go ahead and feel what it is you're feeling, whatever it is you're going through, and then begin to pray about it and begin to get up and live your life. Begin to get up and take back your peace, take back your joy, begin to love again, begin to hope again, begin to move in a way that's humanly possible for you to be able to connect with some more people or another person to be able to help you take care of your house through this time. You need somebody. You need somebody, whether you decide you want to be married again, or you just need some folks around you to help you take care of what it is you need to take care of during these hard times. If you don't know how to plant, you need somebody with you that maybe can help you to plant. But you got to know how to be a good friend, good company, a good helper to somebody, and not a user. Somebody that's coming to help plant a seed into somebody else's life as they begin to plant a seed into your life. Do you know how nice it would be for you to have people that you can actually work with, build with? Y'all can financially take care of the bills together. If you're okay, listen at me, daughters, listen at me, sons. If you're out here, mother knows what she's talking about. I'm just not on these lines just throwing a bunch of foolishness out here that I have not done and been here and done this. If you're in a place, and we're talking about these rents right now and these payments that are going up and how the landlords are taking people's money. If somebody invites you into their home and say they've got a mortgage payment, their mortgage payment might be $2,000, $1,500, and you're already paying $2,000 or $3,000 in an apartment, but you know that you can work with this person. This person has invited you to come to their home, and y'all work together on helping them. They give you, say they give you a rent payment in their home where you was paying $2,000 or $3,000. They tell you all you got to pay is $600 or $700, $800 to stay in this house. Then you go into that house with love and respect and kindness and be the family member that they want you to be. Don't go in there with strife. Don't go in there ignorant. Don't go in there spewing people's business. Go in there with a way of saying, I'm grateful that they opened their door to me. I'm grateful that they're allowing me to build and save the money that I would have normally wouldn't be able to have. That car payment that you're trying to pay, now you can pay it off because somebody has given you a way to pay it off. But you got to be in a way where you can see the blessing. Some people can't see when they're being blessed. When you get people in your corner that are willing to work with you, because not only that, it's nice for you to have somebody to talk to. It's even if you're just a tenant in that house, it's nice for them to know that somebody's coming to their house as well. So really, y'all going to be uplifting and helping and motivating each other because of the fact that you are paying your way and they are giving you a way to save and giving you a way to live and a way out of this storm that we are in of taking everybody's money. You won't feel the avalanche of that $2,000-$3,000 mortgage coming down on your head when you can move in with this person over here and pay them $800-$900, and you keep an extra $1,000 in your pocket to be able to start that bank account, to be able to start going to school, to be able to start that job, to be able to start that business. You got extra money now that you can build, and when you got money in your pocket, you feel better, you act better, you look better, you move better. I don't care what nobody say. Money is desperately needed. I'm going to say it again. In mostly all my videos, y'all might hear me say this. Hallelujah will surely take care of you when you get to heaven. You need some money down here. You need to be able to flow down here. So you need to be able to connect yourself with some people, with some like-minded people. Make sure that you prayed about it. Make sure that they're like-minded. Make sure that you know who you're letting into your home. I'm not just saying open your door to any old Joe Blow or anybody old Sudie Q. Do not do that. But if you know you got some good people and y'all can work together, and y'all can work together, try to do so. Try to do so. That way both of y'all can bank up. Both of y'all can save up. Both of y'all come up out of that apartment. Get with somebody who is a homeowner and try to move in with them and help them out and help them work and help them build. And y'all build together and y'all work together. You give them what they need, and then you take what you got and you do something with it. You invest that money. Investing is the way to go. I don't know what you're going to invest in. I don't know what you love. I don't know what you like. I don't know what you attach yourself to. I don't know what inspires you. But you know exactly what it is that you can sell. You know exactly what it is that you want to that you're motivated to put out there. You know exactly what it is that your mind has been talking to you about starting that business long time ago. So you need to know exactly where to put them extra dollars that you're saving so that they can begin to work for you, especially in the economy we got going on now. If you're on YouTube and you're making money, this is the time for you to invest. This is the time for you to invest in you. You need to brand something. Get something that you can sell, so therefore that you can actually create some residual income, so that if you have a bad month, so what? You got extra money. You've used this money to your good. You've used this money to build a lifestyle for yourself. If you don't know how to save, if you have land and if you can pay it off, if you have vehicles that are overhead and the payments, pay these vehicles off. Try to get rid of some of this debt. Try to get some of this credit card debt that you may have accumulated. Get it down while you are making good money. You're able to see yourself afloat. Don't just start going splurging on a whole bunch of new extra stuff when you ain't took care of the old stuff, because what you're doing is you're starting an avalanche in your life. You know how it is when you start an avalanche in your life, and before you know it, you're up, and then the avalanche comes crumbling down because you left too many unshaken rocks at the bottom. So now you're going to come falling down because the fact that the foundation is not stable. It's not stable because of the fact that you didn't move that credit score to a place of where it needed to be. Instead of you paying off the debt that you owe, you just started spending cash on it, thinking that they would not catch you or that this debt would go away. It does not go away, man of God. It does not go away, woman of God. But when you got two people working together and you got two people that are building, like I said, even if y'all just If you're husband and wife, you should already know how to build, because when it comes to being husband and wife, you should already be grown in that area, because the word says when a man findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing. Woman of God, you should be a wife when he find you. Man of God, you should not be a boy. When you was a boy, you did childish things, and as you become a man, you put away your toys. So you decided you want to go and get yourself a wife. So you leave your mother and your father and you cleave to your wife, so y'all become one. And as y'all become one in the spirit and y'all go down in prayer, y'all come up with power. Y'all come up with the anointing of God on both of you, so y'all should be fine. But I'm speaking right now to my single sisters, my single brothers. Y'all get out there, and as y'all are moving yourselves around, stop yielding your spirit to any spirit that wants to connect itself to you, because you're picking up spirits that's causing your mind to not be able to function right. And this is why you can't feel what you feel. This is why you're moved by your feelings so much. This is why you begin to cry, you begin to whimper, because you expect them to treat you in a certain way that they don't know how. Some people don't know how to love you. Some people don't know how to protect your emotions. You got to do that. Some people don't know how to even accommodate you even in that space. You got to make sure whoever you put in your space to work with, that first of all, they financially stable, that they do have a way to pay their share of whatever their share of that rent is. Secondly, is that they are going to work and they're working towards something, or they have an income, a pension of some kind where they can actually pay you. You need to know that they pay their own bills on time, that they want to be able to be in a situation where they can begin to grow and they can begin to save, not to come in your house with no payment, no bills. No, you don't need that. You don't need that, because you're already going through trying to figure out how you're going to save, even in the midst of the time. Yeah, you got enough to pay all your bills. You paying your own mortgage, paying all your bills. Now you living comfortably. But it would be nice for you also to be able to have somebody come in and share, and that way when they pay you, you now also can put something up. They can put something up. Now it's a win-win for both of you. But don't have that one coming to your house to come in and use you while you go under, they go up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not what I'm saying. Don't do that. I'm saying that make sure that you know that who you can work with is legit, and that they want to make sure that they protect your income as well as you protecting theirs. Because when you allow them to come into your house and they coming out of that $2,000 mortgage and you charging them $800 or $900 to be in your house, you are freeing up so much money for them that they should be able to save something, because otherwise they would have been giving all that money to a landlord somewhere. And if they paid them faithfully, then don't let them come into your house and not pay you just because they know you. Come on, somebody. Y'all know it happens all the time. It happens all the time, but don't accept that type, because that's not help. That's not nobody trying to help themselves. That's somebody who's trying to use you, and they know that you're gullible enough to allow them in the door. Don't let that happen, because when you're trying to work through your own emotions, it's okay to feel what you feel. If you're feeling this weight of what's going on in the world, it's okay to feel that. We all are feeling that. We all feeling the uncertainty of where our lives would go. We all feeling the uncertainty of what our food chain would look like. That's why they're telling everybody to stock up, but you don't have the money to stock up. This is where people don't understand. Don't let you done talk to these people about sharing your rent, sharing a space. And then the minute this thing happens, they want to run up in your space, but you have not gotten enough food together but for you and your family. Protect you and your family at all costs. Don't let the weight of somebody else come down on you, when it's almost like saying, I'm going to go and I'm going to plant the field, I'm going to harvest the field, and now here everybody come wanting to eat. Don't allow that. Don't allow that. That's not of God, and that's not how God operates. He's going to send the right people to you. He's going to send the right people to you. The right people are going to connect with you. God is going to be there to make sure that you are well taken care of and you are provided for as you provide your assistance and provide your services to someone else. Anytime you are providing a service, you deserve to be compensated for your service. So you, as being the homeowner, you're providing a service to somebody so that they can be able to grow. But don't let them make you feel like they doing you a favor. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because that's when a user tries to get into your house. They'll try to use you in that fashion. So be okay feeling what you feel. If you're the type of person like myself, I'm always crying out for others. I'm always praying for others. I'm always wanting others to win. I'm always want to see others uplifted. I want to see others come out of their dark places. But I can't let that put me in a dark place. And you can't allow that to put you in a dark place either. So it's okay to feel what you feel. It's okay to go through what you're going through. But if you don't have to go through it alone, and somebody reaches their hand out to you to say, hey, I know you're having a hard time over there. I have enough space here. Why don't you come on over and, just go ahead. If they're going to keep raising the rent over there, you're welcome to stay over here. And let's just write up a few papers and you can go ahead and pay to be here. And we'll go ahead and try to make this thing work. I'm going to charge you half of what you was paying over there, and then we'll be good. And then that way I can see you begin to build, and you can begin to save some money, and you'll be able. Only thing is, you got to know that you sat down with that person. Sometimes you do have to, well, now I'm going to say all the time, you might need to write it up and give them their rules and regulations, because you know how you live, and you don't want anybody and everybody tramping through your home. Sometimes people say, well, I didn't know. Well, if you put it in writing, they will know and they will understand. Because if you, like myself, I live a very nice, quiet life. I live a beautiful, peaceful life. I don't want to connect myself with a party animal. I don't want to connect myself with somebody who got to have 1,000 people all around them. I do not need all that. I don't live my life like that. I'm very quiet. I'm very peaceful. And that's the kind of people I like around me. You got to know what your tribe is. Put it that way. You got to know exactly what you can take, because you don't want to put nobody in your house and all of a sudden they got to have people running in and out, because you can't have people running in and out of somebody else's space. You just cannot do it. Hold on a minute. Let me get a drink of this juice. Some of y'all know 20-minute videos still make you kind of thirsty when you're talking all the time. But I think this video was needed, and I really believe and pray that it will help somebody. I hope you get something out of it. I hope you don't be afraid to connect with people in this season. I know we went through that back in 2020, the separation, and I'm calling this the year of coming together, because right now we do need to come together. 2025, we need to come together. You need some people with you. You need some people next to you. You need some people to help you. You need some extra income in that house so that you can be able to make ends meet a lot better for you. Yeah, you've been doing it for years. I've been doing it for years. I know I've been doing it for years, and I know I could continue to do it. But do I want to continue to do it alone? No, I don't. And I know you don't either. Even if you think you might, really, truly, to have the right person in your house, the right person coming there to take, have the responsibility off of you, would be a blessing. It would be a blessing. You might got family members that can't afford it. Your children been trying to come home for Lord knows how long. They can't afford to be out here. They can't afford to keep paying these $2,400 and $3,000 rents. This taking them is breaking them. They're losing their cars. They're losing they're not able to go to school because of the fact that they're too worried. It's putting so much worry even on our young people. They're not used to this. They're working against each other. The time they get out of college, they're gonna be so far in debt they ain't gonna be able to afford a house. We got people that's leaving the American dream, going to tiny homes. That's not what we were from. That's not how we were brought up. That's not how we were taught to live. You seen people working and thriving to get a beautiful home. They were working and thriving to have nice cars. They were working, and now the price of everything is going so sky high that it's just taking the hope out of the young people, and it's making them feel hopeless. It's making them feel like they never can make it, even though they're doing the best they can. So with that being said, I pray that a lot of you older folks, a lot of you more with wisdom, set your young people down and help guide them. Help guide them. And if they need to come back home, please make sure your door's open like the prodigal son. And don't ask them where they've been. Just kill the fattest calf and go ahead and enjoy life. Go ahead and enjoy life. Have a party for them. Welcome them back home. Why? Because now you know exactly where they are. You know what they're doing, what they're going through, and they're able to save their money. The money's not being depleted. If you got a basement, a full garage, a full shed, whatever you got on your property, whatever you got there that you can give them their space even. Fix up a tiny house on the property for them, but at least you know where they are, and they don't have to be giving somebody else all that money that could be helping them stand and help them live on their own right there back on the home front. So I pray that this bless somebody. I pray that somebody would think about some of the things. If you have any other suggestions of how to help somebody or how to connect with somebody or why you don't want to connect with somebody, please leave it in the comments. Why you think it's a good idea to share your place with somebody else. If you don't think it's a good idea, please type it in the comments. Let's have a conversation. Let's get a conversation started about that, because, you know, right now we're living in a time where people are looking for places to go. They're looking for places to live. People are being wrongfully evicted. Some of them are being evicted because they can't afford the increase of these rents. So we do need to start a conversation about it. So I pray that this video will help someone. Y'all be blessed. I love y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. And subscribe. I'm always gonna end my video prayerfully, as long as it's up here in my mind, because it's in my mind right now. Somebody's watching right now under the sound of my voice. and you've enjoyed this video all the way to the end, this is the kind of content you're going to get from me. And then after a while, you're going to get some of me moving around outdoors. You're going to get some of me in this very van that I'm building a no van bill. And in the midst of me doing all this, I want you on my team. I want you to subscribe. I want to see you here. Turn your notifications on so that you will be notified every time I go do a video. You'll know when I'm on. So with that being said, I love y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Be blessed.